What is up, Roblox gamers? Welcome to the Tangerine Vs Orange podcast, where we talk about random news happening in our horror world through the eyes of teens. I am your host, Chris, also known as The Orange, joined by my co-host, The Astute, and world-renowned Reed, aka Deer. Hello, Reed.
Hello, I'm the freaking Tangerine. So, yeah, this is our brand new weekly podcast, and we're really just going to be covering pretty much everything in life, from entertainment to moments where you even get a little political, and you can catch us on air every Sunday. Now, despite the name, we are going to try our best to remain as civil as possible. No, we won't. See, me and my boy, Chris, aka the freaking Orange, have been quite good friends for a long while now. We just thought of this idea and thought it was perfect for us. Like, bro, we were just meant to do this at some point. So this should be very interesting. And now, since this is the first episode, we're just kind of trying to find our fitting and see what works and what doesn't. Kind of like our pilot episode, like on TV, where we're just kind of experimenting with things. And we'd really love to hear some of your suggestions on what our listeners would like to see or hear, rather. And back to you, Chris.
Thank you, dear. Anyways, we would like to start our podcast with a very basic topic, as it being our name. Would you like to chime in here, Reed?
Oh, yeah. So we gotta start out by talking about what's the difference between a tangerine and an orange, and which one's better. So, Chris, what is the difference?
Personally, in my opinion, I think a tangerine is like one of those little cutie things. But an orange is just like
cute.
Yeah, they're pretty cute actually. But the orange is like bigger and it's just better. That's why I chose the name Orange.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's the adult version, you know.
But I mean, even in our little podcast banner thing, the orange is split up into little pieces. I mean, the tangerine is split up into little pieces, and the orange is just cut as a whole.
Yeah, and it's got that like special skin on it. And you know, I think I do prefer tangerines, honestly. But you know,
I mean, on a good hot summer day, those are actually pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
They do hit pretty different, I gotta say.
That is true. Anyways, we can start off with a pop culture topic. How about that?
All right, yeah. So, first of all, we have to discuss the recent change that Twitter made to their name. They changed their name to X. So, how do you feel about that, Chris?
I feel like it was a stupid move by Elon Musk.
Seriously,
here.
what the hell was wrong with him?
Yeah, what was wrong with him? Like, what was he thinking? Like, X?
Okay.
What does X mean?
It doesn't fit, man. Like, it doesn't click at all.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know what I don't know what he was thinking.
No, it's like, I mean, maybe he's just
I guess he was making it his own.
I don't know. Maybe,
X.
but like, I don't know. Twitter, I think, was like a pop culture icon of this generation, and now that it's gone, it's like we don't even know what it is anymore. Like, they even killed the bird. Like, my boy Larry, was his name Larry? I think that's what it was.
I don't know if that was confirmed, but
no, he had a name. He had a name for sure.
He might have.
I don't know.
I just call him the Twitter bird.
The Twitter bird. I mean, we could look it up. We can fact check that.
You know, I think I cringe every time I say, all right, I'm about to load up X.
Bro, it's like, I got up X things. I'm like, no, this ain't math class.
I gotta announce it, you know?
Yeah, you gotta announce it. But anyways, we have our X open here. I said X, lol. We can see some of the things on here. Obviously, we don't want to get too political in the first episode, so we won't be talking about major things like the war in Israel or Ukraine, but we could bring up some funny memes on here.
Okay. First thing I'm noticing, the top like 20 trends are all about the NFL. Like, look at this, bro. Look at the U.S. trends.
Can I find the U.S. trends?
Explore.
I go to Explore. Okay.
Bro, the top 20 are all NFL.
That is true. The Cowboys and the Ravens. Yeah, I do see that.
Wow.
I mean, we will have a sports segment later on, but I mean, yeah,
he's probably gonna lead that.
I'm gonna lead that, but the NFL, they're tied right now. The Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, as of recording this.
Yeah,
7-7.
We're gonna have to see the wait on the results of that.
Also, President Trump is trending. We won't go into that.
As always,
Obama's right below him. A lot of political stuff.
I have Fortnite under him.
You have Fortnite under him, really?
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Anyways, 4 movies. I mean, yeah, we can talk about movies.
We're just talking about tons of entertainment stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's like we're very familiar with that stuff.
I don't know. You can lead that part.
Okay. Something else we gotta talk about is next month, we got the big Game of the Year event.
Game of the Year, wow. It's really important.
Last year, I was surprised to see Elden Ring win, actually.
Why were you surprised? It was like a culture icon in the gaming world.
I don't really know that it was. I feel like Ragnarok. Everyone was talking about Ragnarok more. Like that was.
No, they were talking about
It
Elden Ring more. I think Elden Ring
surprised
was
me.
higher rated than Ragnarok or any game. I really wanted Stray to win. I know it was a long shot, but Stray was just an amazing game.
Yeah, it's one of those little. It's just the little special games that they release.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see, game of the year.
So, game of the year this year. Chris, who you placing on your bets on?
I actually did not follow any game releases this year, except a couple of them, which like, GTA 6 and stuff. But it never released, which is kind of funny.
All right.
I think best sports game is gonna go to EA Sports FC 24. Which
yeah.
I think like it went to what, FIFA last year, was it? I think it went.
I don't know. It
Yeah, well,
probably.
you see,
No, I
it's
think
on
it was
the cover
Madden.
page of your Steam right now.
I think it was Madden.
It was Madden. Yeah,
Is
see, it was
it?
on the cover page right there. EA Sports.
It's out now?
Yeah, it has been out for a little while.
Okay. So,
Anyways, let's see. What about you? While I look it up, like, what do you think?
see, for best online, like I want to see something like Payday win, because like, man, like you don't see that often.
You know,
but
I think. Oh no, keep going.
For like the top game, it's gotta come down to Zelda or Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
it's
at. That
one of those.
I think it's gonna have to be. I think it's gonna be Spider-Man. To be honest, I didn't hear much. I mean, we've been waiting so long for a new Zelda release, and then when we got it, like no hype was around it. At least from what I experienced. I haven't even gotten the game yet, and I've been like waiting for that game. But I don't know. Tears of the Kingdom, it left a lot to be desired, in my opinion. But Spider-Man 2, I've seen a lot of hype around that, especially in the recent days. I mean, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a new Fire Emblem game, but that happens every year. I mean, it's nothing. There was no major releases this year, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think there's also like Assassin's Creed and Final Fantasy.
I mean, but those are always
going
gonna be there.
Like for who's actually gonna get nominated, it's a little tricky. There's a couple ones that have been thrown around there.
Yeah, for sure. Pikmin 4.
Pikmin 4.
I don't know. Mortal Kombat is actually a good contender for that.
All right, if we're talking about Nintendo, I want to see Mario Wonder on there, bro. Come on.
No, Mario Wonder was a horrendous game. That's my hot take.
All right. That is
take.
where we disagree. That's where we disagree.
Okay, we can get political over Mario Wonder.
Over Mario Wonder.
Bro, it was a horrible game. I just felt like I was an LSD trip the entire time.
That's why it's fun, man.
It's not fun. It's not fun to play at all.
Bro. Yeah. I really enjoyed Mario Wonder.
All right, what did you enjoy about it? Did you even beat the game?
I haven't beat the game yet, per se, but I'm very enjoying. I'm just enjoying it, man. Like everything about it is just a step up, man. With the level design, obviously the art style.
Art style, I think, is the only thing they have going for it.
I think it's different. It's different enough,
I think it's gonna get nominated, but it's gonna come last with whatever game that they put up there. Like I think Metroid Prime would win over it.
I don't see it winning.
No, I don't see it winning at all.
I don't know, because Zelda is a much more safe game.
That is
for
true.
them to put up there.
Obviously.
But I don't know about Zelda, man. Isn't it just the same game?
It's not the same game per se. There's a different storyline apparently. I mean, I've seen gameplay and stuff like that, but I think the best thing that they added for this volume of Zelda would be like the crafting methods and stuff, where you can make like swords out of meat and whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like infinite possibility there. It opens up a lot of doors, but like I don't know. Like Zelda won Game of the Year in 2017.
That's true. That Breath of the Wild was revolutionary. I'm just gonna say that.
It really was at the time. But now I think we're kind of done with that.
Yeah, I think like the big like sandbox game. I mean, it took over gaming for a long time.
Yeah. Now, if Red Dead Redemption never happened, Spider-Man for sure would have won 2018. But it did.
What came out in 2018?
The big releases were Red Dead and Spider-Man, I believe.
Here, we can look up best games of 2023 or 2018.
We gotta fact check this.
Yeah, Red Dead, God of War. Oh, Smash Bros also came out. I think Smash Bros.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's true.
Or Sea of Thieves too. Fallout
I think
76.
Smash definitely won an award for something. It
Yeah,
had to
no,
win,
but
like,
I didn't think it won Game of the Year.
I don't think it was nominated.
Let's see. Game of the Year. Overwatch was 2016. Dang. It was God of War that won in 2018.
Oh, you know what? It might have been.
I mean, God of War. I don't know. I've never played that game. I don't know.
See,
I'm not
actually,
familiar with that franchise.
they're so different, but when the PlayStation games, like I'm mixing up God of War and Spider-Man because they're coming out at the same times, you know?
Yeah.
Not really, actually.
Another big game. Beat Saber and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Those are big games.
Chris, they weren't nominated, were they?
I think so. But Beat Saber was like a really cool game.
Bro, those games are very fun. I bet they won some sort of award.
Yeah, I think they won like, I don't know, a participation award. So. Participation award. I don't know. Yeah, so I think for my bid, I'm gonna say Spider-Man 2 is gonna win this year.
I played it like the first 30 minutes of the game. I'm gonna be picking it up this December, but I think it's amazing, bro. Like I have the first game, and I love it. I love the first game, but the second game, I was surprised with how much they actually did.
I mean, to be honest, I've never played either Spider-Mans before, but I mean, like, what's the difference? Like, what major things did they change?
Well, all right. Now, there's a map expansion, which Zelda did, and then you got all the new, like, Spider-Man customizations that you can make.
That's fair.
Spider-Man, and then you can switch to Miles. There's like, the story is a lot bigger in scale. The villains, the graphics. I mean,
yeah. I just watched. I think it was Across the Spider-Verse last night for the first time. So that was my first intro into the whole Miles Morales story. Honestly, it did feel like I was in an LSD trip.
Me too. I watched that in the theaters, and
it was a lot of color. I mean, they should have put like a seizure warning. I don't know, but honestly, in the end, the storyline was good. But why'd they have to leave it on a cliffhanger? That's my question.
Bro, I mean...
And they keep delaying the next movie? Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, that's a little frustrating, but I do kind of like that. Like, I don't know. It just feels like the right movie to make a cliffhanger to. Like, we don't get those often. It's like an Infinity War Endgame thing.
Infinity War Endgame. But at least they had Endgame planned, and it only came out, what, like a year, 2 years later?
True. You know, I think Across Spider-Verse and Beyond the Spiders were originally, they were supposed to only come out like 8 months apart. It was supposed to be like a very short window.
Yeah.
But
it's been like 3 years now.
Oh, yeah.
That's just
Beyond the
sad.
Spider-Verse, it's delayed. Its release date is to be confirmed. It's literally doesn't have a release date because their animators, like their voice actors, they've said that they haven't really done much to it yet. So it's still in the oven, you know?
Bro, it's still in the testicles. Like, come on.
What? Okay. All right.
No, speaking of testicles, we can bring in No Nut November.
Chris, turn it off.
I'm leaving this in, you know.
All right, let's talk about GTA 6.
All right, GTA 6. I think it's stupid how long Rockstar have delayed this. That is just horrible fan service. This better be the best game I've ever played.
It has to be.
And if it sucks, I will never trust Rockstar ever again.
It is already the most anticipated video game of all time by far, and it's gonna like make billions of dollars opening day. But like, and there's so many like different projections of, it's just it can't not be good. But you know, we've waited so long, and they're milking GTA Online so much, and Rockstar, you know, they've been letting us down a lot lately. I gotta say.
That's true.
I mean, I made a tweet about it.
Yeah, let's see the tweet.
I made a list of everything.
I want to see this.
Everything the fan base is mad at Rockstar about right now.
Was it a response or like an official tweet?
It was a tweet. It was an official tweet. I spent some time on it. I put my heart into that.
Was it before the Get This Man My membership?
It was one of my first tweets. Yeah, it was before that.
Oh, was it reasons why people are mad at Rockstar Games?
Yeah, look at that.
I'm looking at it. Grand Theft Auto crossed out What is that supposed to be? The Red Dead.
That's GTA 6, and then Red Dead Next Gen crossed out.
Okay.
That's
GTA Plus.
GTA Plus.
Do you want to talk about that?
I don't want to talk about it. I mean, they made a subscription service, and it's just very cringe. It's like it's such like a it's a robbery, I guess you can say.
Definitive edition.
Such a disappointment. It got like terrible on Metacritic. It's like Metacritic. Very poor remasters, I guess. I have them, and it is the better way to play those games, but it's just not well made at all.
Oh my gosh. Red Dead Online.
Red Dead Online has been abandoned.
Really?
Very sad.
Red
Literally,
Dead... What's the one below it? Oh, be coming to Switch.
Everyone was anticipating a Red Dead remaster, and they literally came out with the most like lackluster, bare minimum thing. It's a port to PS4 and Nintendo Switch, which
Bruh,
is it's a little.
It's not even remastered.
In 2023, so very weird decision they made. Like it feels like they're just trolling us at that point.
I know. GTA 6, 10 years old as of September 17th.
Yeah.
I mean GTA 5, not GTA 6. My bad.
Yeah, between this year and last year, I was actually thinking they would announce it because the stars were aligning several times in the last year, following the hack where GTA 6 got leaked hard, and it was funny, for a while, but then it wasn't. So,
I mean, my bro got arrested.
He got arrested. Like, there's still stuff going on with that. Like, you can look into that.
Yeah, I mean, we could later. I mean, yeah.
So
shark cards. What do we think?
That's another thing. Where they're milking in GTA Online. They're in my opinion, like extremely overpriced. That's like the biggest robbery of them all. And then it leaves sour taste in your mouth. Like what they're doing with I guess you can say with GTA 5 and stuff. I love GTA 5. It's like my favorite game ever made. But even I don't need to see this much of it.
Yeah. Deleted? What is that?
3 generations. The what?
The one in the middle, it says deleted, GTA Online, whatever.
Oh yeah. When I posted this, they deleted like 200 cars from GTA Online. So
why?
I couldn't tell you.
Did they bring
make
them back?
A lot of? No.
They just took out cars?
Well, to be fair, they have like thousands of cars in the game, but they took out the ones that less people use. But there's a lot of people who still love those cars. So at the time that was relevant.
I don't know.
GTA expanded and enhanced is another thing. Like they just keep letting us down. More in recent years, before when they were actually releasing quality games, GTA 5, Red Dead 2, we haven't gotten a game like that in so long, and they're just doing these little things that are just triggering the community, I guess you can say.
Yeah, I can see why. These guys don't know. They just know how to milk money out of people. They're
not communicating.
They're not communicating. They're just like, let's see. Let's look at the Rockstar Twitter page. I want to see this.
Okay, just look at their newest tweet. Go to the comments, and I'm telling you, you're gonna see something.
Let's go Rockstar Games.
I just find it funny.
Their newest tweet: Day of the Dead provides an extra dose of the otherworldly. Celebrate in GTA Online with the trio of masks. Get the Royal Kalaka mask, Romance Kalaka mask, Flora Kalaka mask by logging in to play anytime this week. Opera GX even commented and says, "You're giving at GTA fanbase schizophrenia." Whoa, that is huge from Opera GX. Let's see.
It's just a meme at this point.
It is a meme at this point. Like, oh, let's look at this picture right here. 2001. Oh, it's the milk. Look at this. Look at my screen. This is horrendous.
Oh.
Bro, they're just milking my boy. Like, look at this. This is Rockstar's officially confirmed. They aren't even close to the release date. Yeah, I mean, like, that's horrible.
I mean, there's tons of reports going on. Like, no one really knows what's going on. But right now,
look at this one. Yeah, look at this one. The masks have 6 eyes. No way. So they're leaking GTA 6 with masks.
the fan base is also going a little insane from this.
I know. Even Opera GX commented like, how stupid do you have to be Opera GX like commenting on this?
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. I don't know. This is horrendous.
Right, it's rightfully so though. Like we should be kind of mad. I mean, Rockstar last year they actually announced the game. Like they actually said it was real. They came out and they finally said something because they were getting spammed just like they're getting spammed right now.
Yeah.
So they came out and said that, but that was a year and a half ago. I really hope they just update us like once more. And because we need it. It's at a point where they should just go out and announce it already. Like, I don't see why they can't just announce the game. All they have to do is make a tweet saying GTA 6, and the whole internet will go crazy. So
that is so true. Like
the game, it can't not be ready to a certain extent, I guess. Like, it's been so long. I don't know.
Bro, I can
It's
just
definitely gonna.
I can just imagine release day. They make billions of dollars, but when they first get logged on, it's like Cyberpunk, where it's like totally glitchy, unplayable. And they waited this long. Like, no. These guys,
Bro.
they have to be stopped. Like, it's loyal people. It's loyal people like you. It's the sheep that follow them. That look, they even retweeted Nintendo of America's tweet. Let's see this.
Yeah, Rockstar is very active on Twitter.
I know. That's like
they definitely see all this stuff.
They do. It's like, I mean, I don't know. We can at Rockstar support.
Rockstar, man, like, oh, it's like they're trolling us. It's like we're begging for it, and with every new tweet, they just never fail to disappoint. Is what's being said right now.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
And right now, there's not gonna be another more perfect time to announce the game than right now.
Wow, how so?
Well, I mean, it's just the timing, I guess. We're at the end of 2023. It's been 10 years. And we've seen the game already from the leaked video clips.
I mean, does it look glitchy? Does it look playable?
It looks okay. That is just like the test footage from 2019, and it looks just as good as GTA 5. So when the game is like polished, it's gonna look absolutely incredible.
I mean, don't bet on it. It's Rockstar.
People were getting mad because they were like, Rockstar, the game looks terrible, but it's a test thing, you know? But yeah, you're right. Rockstar, I mean, I'm kind of scared at this point for the game.
That's true. It's like, I mean, look what they did about the definitive edition and all that stuff. Horrible.
Oh yeah, terrible treatment onto such great games.
For sure. Let's talk about the new Fortnite update. What do we think?
Of course, yes. Okay, we have the OG map back. OG, a lot of stuff. It's just the OG update. They made a whole dedicated 30-day special limited season for OG Fortnite. And as someone who's been following Fortnite for a long time, I very much appreciate it. Like, it's kind of it's similar to GTA 6 in a way, where we were just waiting for it for a long time, and now it's here. Because I mean, everyone misses old Fortnite, and Prime Fortnite, you can't beat it. You cannot beat Prime Fortnite.
Yeah, Prime Fortnite. So, I mean, personally, I did not play it like Prime Fortnite. I started maybe in chapter 2 when they were doing the chapters and stuff like that. So, I am pretty new to the game, but I can tell that everyone that's like doing this, like playing the game, are happy. The only gripe I have with this though is that they're just using old content to milk more money. Like, I don't want to see Fortnite and Epic, the creator of the game, fall down into the spiral of like EA and Rockstar, because then, I mean, like, what games do we have? We have Mojang and Minecraft, but then like that's just one game. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because I mean they're giving us it is fan service and we love to see it. So I can't hate on it at all. I mean, I don't know. It's only 30 days and they're actually doing stuff. They're making it special. They're doing it right, I guess. I call it fan service done right,
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man No Way Home. in a way.
Yeah.
Like they did a lot of stuff that was, just fan service, but they made a good movie out of it.
I mean, for sure, for sure. We could also talk about the fan service in like the FNAF movie. What do we think?
The FNAF movie. So yeah, everyone out there needs to go check this thing out. Um,
I mean, it's not
it was
scary. It wasn't scary. I'm just
it
gonna
was
put that.
it was a little goofy, I gotta say.
It was
but
it was funny. It was not a thriller even. I wasn't even on the edge of my seat because I never played. Like I never had that exposure to it. But I did understand the story plot and all that stuff. And like I do understand people's view on it. It was a fun movie, but like to go see with your friends and stuff like that. And it was fan service. I don't know. Like there's a lot of that.
yeah, it was solid. It was good enough.
Do you
Some
think do
people
you think the harsh
rated.
critics deserve to say that about the movie?
No, it is not at all that bad. There is no way that a movie like this, which, it's made for the fans, it's a movie about Five Nights at Freddy's. And, the critics, they're going to be critics. But if you take the movie for what it is, there's no way it's even that bad at all. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But, Rotten Tomatoes, all this stuff, it can be a little faulty sometimes. But
Yeah. I mean, it's
not movie.
it's no Godfather or Godfather 2. It's not that good. But I'm just saying, I'm just giving my opinion on it. It's a decent movie to like have fun with. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched it with my friends, like with Reed and stuff like that. And
Oh, yeah.
it was fun to like just to watch it and whatnot and talk about
Yeah.
the lore behind it. One thing that I did notice though is that like I think they're hinting at a sequel. What do you think about that?
Definitely. I think it's all gonna take from the success of the first movie, which it's doing insanely well. I think it is. They had a crazy opening weekend that like goes up to the Mario movie level. These video game adaptations, they're going crazy for people. So, the FNAF movie,
What would we rate it? What would we rate it?
okay, like if I was a Rotten Tomato critic, it'd probably be like 60 or 70%. Like it is nowhere near that
Yeah.
25. No, that's ridiculous. It's a solid movie, and it actually deals with some very real themes. There's actually some emotional depth in the Mike character that you'll find.
That's true. That's true. I mean, his
And,
brother being taken away and he got booty touched. Like,
It's bro, it's got a certain charm to it, and I enjoyed it. Like he was saying, we watched it at my house on Peacock, and
that was actually really convenient because like I don't think I would have paid to see that movie, but since I already had the Peacock subscription, we just signed in and stuff.
It was literally 10 times cheaper. So as for if Peacock's gonna take away from the FNAF box office, absolutely, but the FNAF movie.
I mean, as a fan, what would you rate it?
As a fan, I think it was good enough. Some people waited a long time, like 8 or so years. I mean,
that was too long. That was too long.
It was announced a long time ago, and it's not on that level. It might have been a little disappointing for some, but I know FNAF fans liked it. I know it was good enough. Even the people who aren't like dedicated fans can still go out and have a little. You can still go out and have a little fun with it. It's a movie.
It's a good movie. Like
It's a movie.
I mean, yeah, it's a movie, obviously.
It's a movie of all time.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, for someone that is not a fan, I would rate it maybe a 7.5 around there. It was fun. They had funny scenes. I mean, like, every of the characters, all the characters and all the animatronics. I mean, they played their role. But what really like stood out to me was like how much the cupcake did damage. Like,
bro, the cupcake was a menace.
I know the cupcake was the only guy that was like, damn, like, I didn't know that they could go that far.
It was crazy, I gotta say. I agree with that rating. I do agree.
7.5.
I think that's just right.
Right.
Even from a fan, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's see what else we got on here. Anything you want to talk about?
Let me think. We can just go into like what's going on in our lives. Like,
that's true.
I mean, I know you wanted to talk about the fights at school.
I know.
So,
we'll try to keep our school anonymous because we don't know who the listeners are listening right now. But at our local high school, there have been a lot of fights recently we don't know the motivations behind any of these fights, which is the funny part. It's like you can assume like what causes these people to like brawl and stuff. The one that stood out to me, though, I think the fight of the year so far has to be the one with that fight of the year award from yours truly, Orange, has to go to that one fight where the kid got completely knocked out. Like, he was standing up and then he got trampled to the floor and his arms were still in there. Like, you could tell he was out.
Oh, it was
cold.
crazy.
Like, I was as disturbed by that. Like, how good of a hit it was.
I know. It was fairly recent too, wasn't it?
It was like, here, let me see. When was it posted on the account? I don't know. Just what was your fight of the year?
I don't know. I mean, they're all they kind of blend together a little bit. I mean, I think it was that fight though. I mean, that one little moment there, like that was freaking cold.
I know. He knocked out cold. This was yesterday. This was Friday. This fight was on Friday.
Oh, it was. Was it now?
Yeah, it was. That's hilarious. Like, it was just recent.
Insane.
Like, I think I'll play a little clip of the video where he got knocked out in the actual YouTube video, so go sub to my YouTube. But you can clearly hear when the fist hits him perfectly, and he just gets knocked out. Knocked the fuck out. Like, come on. You can't. That's it's funny, but like I said, disturbing. Like,
bro got unplugged.
Bro, his controller disconnected. Bro, his Wi-Fi cut out.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of that.
Oh, maybe another good fight was this one, the goofy one. The one in the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
That one was just amazing. I mean, like, those body shots, we have to do a play-by-play review of this. Like,
we gotta break this down, guys.
Yeah, we gotta break this down. So, please excuse the audio for a little bit, but you can clearly see right here. Like, look at those body shots. Like, I'm showing my screen right now. It's
my bad.
It's amazing to see how these how he gets backed in the corner and then he backs up. Like, what was he thinking? And then,
bro, it looks like they're laughing. Like.
I know.
Laughing, bro.
I mean, does it like tickle when they punch each other?
They're having fun with this.
How are they having fun during this like gruesome fight? I mean, like, I don't know. It's like really horrendous to see this happen.
Bro, it looks fake. It looks goofy, which is why they added in the goofy sound effect.
I know, right? I mean, like, we could play. I will play the video on the YouTube channel, but I can't play it on here obviously because this is just an MP3 file.
Very much so.
Very much so. I mean, another one of these crazy fights are those gangbangs that happen. It's just like the entire group, the entire group just like swarms in on the fight, and they're just like 5 different individual fights going on at the same time. It's like, well, what do you think about this? This is the reason why I left. Like, come on,
bro. I just like, when did these happen? Like, do these just like, this is like a daily thing for our school?
And that's sad to hear.
But like, where can I see these guys? Come on, like, they get kind of wild.
They do. It's sad. It's like, this shouldn't be happening.
I mean, not like I want to see them. I don't want to see this happen. Like, but you know, okay, some of them are just, you can just tell they're just kind of, they're fun. Like this this Among Us versus dinosaur fight.
It's not an Among Us. It's a Fall Guy.
Oh yeah, Fall Guy.
I'm playing it right now on the screen. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! The Fall Guy's getting into this. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! He's messing them up.
To that one.
Yeah, I can't see in the video though.
The GIF.
The GIF on the right is hilarious.
Oh.
And look, watch. At the end, they try to break him up. they try to break him up. It's hilarious. That dinosaur got beef with everyone. Someone commented. The dinosaur got hands though. That's true. That's true. I don't know. In your opinion, what is more entertaining, a girl fight or a boy fight?
Okay, I don't see much girl fights.
Here, we can play one right now. Oh no, that's not.
Okay, let's see. Let's check this out.
Here, let me go to the page.
Yeah, we got a whole dedicated page at our school to these fights that are going on. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's hilarious to see this.
It's fun.
Here,
It's like,
you can see this is a girl fight. I mean, it's mostly pulling each other's hair.
yeah. Girls definitely fight different.
They do.
Uh,
Like,
oh, oh,
oh,
this is getting a little crazy.
and then they break them up. Bro, that security guard is everywhere in every one of these photos. The one on the right.
It's like, okay, this is gonna sound a little weird, but they fight kind of like goats, like where they're like, their heads are like diving into each other.
Batting each other. It's hilarious. Bro, let's see the goat fight.
But
the goat fight.
the goat fight. It was just that fight. Like, it was just that. Some of these fights are very good.
Look like this.
Literally, it looks like that. Like,
this is hilarious. Have you ever seen a goat fight before? This is exactly what you're thinking. They're just grabbing each other by the top of their heads. Yeah,
it looks exactly like that girl fight we just watched.
that is true. I mean,
yeah,
that's sad though.
it's sad, but at the same time, you know, okay, these are kind of goofy.
Yeah, they are kind of goofy, and then they put like the epic music behind it. It's like that's not funny. All right, I mean, we could lead into sports.
Sports, yeah.
Anyways,
Sure.
so I want to talk about the Barca game that just happened. I don't know if you guys, if any of our listeners watch soccer or football, is what I like to call it, but I religiously watch it. And to be honest, we played horrible in that Barca game against who was it? It was Real Sociedad. It was horrible up into the last minutes. We were playing horrible the entire game. Like we could not make a pass. We could not make a shot on target. I mean, we had to sub out our own striker for someone that wasn't a striker. And the guy that scored the final winning game, or the final winning shot that made it 1-0 to give us a crucial 3 points, was a defender. I mean, when was the last time you seen a defender like make a goal, right, Reed?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, wait, what happened to the Why?
Okay,
What?
so he didn't watch the game with me because he's
No,
like
I didn't.
But Barcelona was playing horrible that game. We needed the 3 points to stay on top of the league, and now we're in third. But we did get those 3 points. But this entire game, we were just taking shots. We were just taking shots on goal, shots on goal, shots on goal, and we couldn't do anything about it because they were the better team that game, and they deserved to win or at least get the tie. But in the 90th minute of the game, like the final minute of the game, we were able to shoot one over the defenders of the other team and able to head it in on goal. Like, I mean, I could pull up the picture right now to show you the offside goal. Araujo's goal versus Real Sociedad. Images. Maybe it's on here. No. Cause
Oh.
I mean, I want to see the VIR lines.
I want to see a compilation of just their reactions after they win or lose. I think the lose ones are.
I can't find it. Nah, it says here, but I could play.
Did they still got a chance? Like.
Yeah, look,
I mean,
here. You can see the clip right here.
All right, let's check this out.
We'll give some commentary on this. Bro, I don't care about liking and subscribing.
Wait, 90-4?
Bro, they're not gonna show it? Dang. They're not gonna show it. That sucks.
Oh, they got the placements.
I don't know. I mean, if you've seen the game, you could have saw that we did not deserve to win. Barcelona. See, they scored the 94th minute because they added 4 minutes extra time. And we just didn't deserve that goal. Like, I can't find it though. Look here, you can see the header here. But it was over the defenders. And it was sad to see.
Yeah, it seems like it.
See, look. Here's what I'm talking about. It's really horrible, this image quality. But oh my gosh. You can see right here, this is Araujo, the guy that I'm talking about, the defender. And you know the offside rule, right?
Yeah.
So And we're passing the ball right here. This is the frame when the ball is touched. And everyone thought this was offside until they checked it on the cameras. And it was onside. I mean, like, you can see that this guy's body is behind the defender, clearly, by just his foot. So, and then he was able to come in, head the ball in, and score the goal. Obviously, that shouldn't have happened. It was a fluke for some reason. But you could clearly see the celebration here when they realized that they scored the goal.
See, that's sad, but it's funny. You know, like, from, I guess it depends on your point of view.
Yeah, I mean, the whole game, we were just taking onslaughts. I think it was like 13 shots on target for the other team. And they weren't able to make a single one because of our goalkeeper.
So it was just a bad game, I guess.
It was a horrible game for us. And we still came out with the 3 points. Like, I feel bad for the other team. I'm just being honest. I don't know. What is something else you want to talk about?
We can continue sports. You got a whole list there.
All right. We can talk about the Luton Town match that happened recently. If for those who don't know, Luton Town is a very small club in the city of Luton in England, and they were able to make it all the way to the top flight of English football, which is notoriously the hardest league in the world. And right now in their standings, they were able to tie one of the biggest clubs ever in the history of soccer, and that is Liverpool FC. They were able to score an 80th minute goal, but that making them 1-0 up. And then Liverpool came in at the last minute, just like this goal right here, the Araujo goal that I was talking about. They were able to score and tie the game, and they would come out with 1 point each. But what I want to talk about is not so much Luton Town, but so much the person that scored the goal, Luis Diaz's family, being kidnapped in his home country of Colombia. I mean, that's just sad to see.
What?
Yeah, you can look it up. We'll talk about it for a little bit. Luis Diaz's.
This is getting real. This is getting real.
Luis Diaz's family kidnapped.
That's not cool.
See right here, abducted. They were abducted. Yeah, as they were buying melons, they were abducted. Like, that's sad. In his home country, where he's supposedly a hero to them, their family gets kidnapped. Like, you can even see the celebration that he did after.
Okay.
What?
That is crazy.
Here, let's see. I can look it up. Luis Diaz.
Hey, next week we gotta give some updates on this kind of
Hey,
stuff.
look, you see, the celebration that he did, he pulled up his shirt and said on Spanish, "Libertad para papá," which means freedom for my dad.
Oh.
So, I mean, we gotta give updates on this, but yeah, you can see right here, 1-1 against Luton. In the last couple minutes too, the 94th minute, he was able to score. I thought that was amazing on its own, but I feel like he should. It's sad, his dad being kidnapped.
Yeah,
Horrible.
that's sad. I hope they find justice. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that they know that he's wealthy and stuff, that they're holding them kidnapped so they can get money out of him.
Man, that's real.
It sucks in Colombia. Ugh, horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible.
We also got the World Series. I mean,
Oh, yeah?
I think it was the Texas Rangers that won 5-0 to the Diamondbacks. I personally do not follow baseball, but I know a lot of people do listening to this podcast. And I just wanted to give a little segment to that because, to be honest, when I've seen the little highlight reels and stuff like that, it was a one-sided match. 5-0, I mean, like, they didn't even score a single point. I mean, do you follow sorry, not football. Baseball, Reed?
Not personally, no. I mean, I think I'm more familiar with it than some of the other sports, but, you know, it is what it is.
I mean, today there was also the Juventus versus Fiorentina match in
Very
Italy.
spicy.
It was very spicy because this game is notorious for both sides hating each other because they have had a long history fighting each other in Italy. This is soccer, by the way. And they have to even call the cops for every game because they just have to make sure that nothing goes on between the fans, fighting. But what was wholesome to me about this event was how they were able to put aside their differences as clubs and come together in support of the people that died during the floods in what was it? What was it? No, it wasn't Turin. It was Sicily? Question mark. I have no clue. But let's see, floods in Italy. And we can see there's a lot of floods in Tuscany. I'm sorry. So
Man.
if some famous person that is notoriously close to the club dies, they hold a minute of silence before the game, or like a tragedy happens and stuff like that, or like war and whatever. They hold a minute of silence, and they usually stand on opposite sides of the circle in the middle. So I'm gonna show you a picture right now. Of silence. Yeah. Images. See, look, they were able to stand together as two clubs before the match and in unity be together for this. It's wholesome.
That's actually kind of moving. That's moving.
Yeah, because traditionally, and you can see a minute of silence in football. You see, they stand on opposite sides, just facing each other. See? But they never stand together. But they were able to stand. Even for the Queen of England, they stood apart.
That's crazy.
But then, even though these two rival clubs hate each other, they were still able to come together and be united. For the people in Italy. I mean, it is sad to see so many people dying recently, especially in war and whatnot. We could delve that into a later episode. But for now, I mean, it's sad. And I've been sending my prayers to everyone that I know.
Yeah. It's very interesting to see how, like, emotion plays into sports like these.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
it's the best they can do, because all they are is just football teams representing cities.
Yeah.
But then they can just hold a minute of silence for people and whatever. Yeah.
Sports get real sometimes.
They are always real, Reed. In a lighter note, we can talk about the Champions League standings so far. I mean, the Champions League is a major cup in European football. What I like to note is the group of death. We could pull up the Champions League standings.
Why are they called the group of death?
The group of death is notorious in almost any competition for a group with 4 teams, because you can see right here on my screen, every club is put into groups, and these groups, the top 2 go to the next group, or to the knockout stage. So they all play each other twice, and then they get points depending on their standings. So like if you win, you get 3 points. If you tie, you get 1, and if you lose, you get 0 on the match. So from there, they count all the points by the end, and then they go to the knockout stages. But what I'd like to see right here is Group F. This is the group of death in this competition this year. We have PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, a big French club. Borussia Dortmund from Germany, the second biggest club in Germany. We got Newcastle United, a strong contender, which were able to just scrape into the Champions League this year. And AC Milan, which is the second best club that has won this competition. They've won, I think, 8 times so far. But what I like to see is that they're losing. They're in 4th place. Look at that.
Man.
That's moving. Like, to see Milan fall so far. They've lost 1 game and tied the last 2. That's beyond me, to be honest. I mean,
definitely beyond me.
I mean, obviously, I'm not expecting all of you to know all these teams, but what I can tell you is that this group to death has been very interesting so far. My predictions were that Milan and Dortmund were going to come out on top, but so far it's only Dortmund that's been standing a chance. And also Newcastle, I thought was going to go to the bottom, and PSG was going to stay in Europa League, but I don't know.
Wow.
It's really
That's surprising.
Weird. Yeah. I mean, we have other big clubs in here, but they're not all matched with other clubs of their size. I mean, we can look at Group G right here. We have the big treble winners of last year, the ones that won it all. Manchester City facing off against the Young Boys, and I think that's Red Star Belgrade. Yeah, they're obviously gonna make. Look, they've won their last 3 games. Like, obviously they're gonna make it out. But I mean, it's interesting to see a group of death. I mean, we can look at last year's standings. I think the group of death this year was Group C, which had FC Bayern, Bayern Munich, which are major clubs, and have win the Bundesliga every year. We have Inter de Milan. I was expecting to stay in third, and my club Barcelona in third place. That was horrible to see how they only had 7 points, and obviously this random Romanian club was not gonna go anywhere.
Oof.
I mean, it's kind of obvious. Like, yeah,
that's fun.
fun.
I don't know how to describe these things, man. I mean, it's like interesting to see how it plays out. You know,
Obviously,
who gets the green, who gets the red. You know,
dog. That's who wins and who loses.
yeah. All right, so this year they are. It's weird, I guess.
How's it weird?
I don't know.
Because you don't know about the world of football.
I'm trying to learn right now.
I mean, you're gonna have to start out with your favorite team and stuff like that and see where they are.
You just pick one.
I was always my dad was always a Barca fan, so I've just followed in his footsteps and followed Barca, which I like to see that they have more points now than they did last year, which is amazing to see.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're doing good, you know?
I mean, look at the group. They're kind of mid. Porto,
Yeah,
Shakhtar Donetsk, and
yeah,
Antwerp.
I'm less familiar with those. But yeah, I've heard Barcelona from you a lot. So
I mean,
yeah, it's nice to see because I'm not invested in this, but you are. So it's
I mean, you should
cool
become
to see
invested
you get
in
your
this.
win.
Like, that would be
I don't know.
hilarious
I don't
to
know.
see.
It would. Me,
I
a
mean,
sports fan.
Yeah, no, you could become a sports fan of this, and then like we could talk about it on here.
That'd be. I'll start to get into that. We'll see how I evolve.
All right, that's great to hear. Tangerine.
What's up, Tangerine? Back at it. So as for what to discuss next, we gotta discuss. Well, I don't know. I'm definitely more into the movie gaming side of things. So
Of course.
let's see. Let's check out some other new releases.
Of movies.
All right. Yeah, let's just do movies. Beyond the FNAF movie. I mean, we can talk about what's came out recently. Obviously, it was just October, so we got the horror films. Exorcist, Nun, Saw, all the big stuff. And then you got the oddballs like Equalizer and Expendables. I don't know.
I've never heard of those.
Yeah. The Expendables 4 movie did terrible, bro. As for like comic book films, we're just about to step into the Marvels in just 5 days. It's a brand new Marvel movie. The Marvels. It's called the Marvels. That's literally what it's called.
Really? Is it all
yeah.
the 3 Marvel women? I think it was.
Yeah, it's like it's a woman Marvel character team up. Yeah. Like, I mean, it should have been like a Disney Plus series. Like, why is that a Disney Plus show and something like Secret Invasion and Loki can't be movies? Like,
That is fair
instead.
point. I think they want to reach a new demographic of the women's side of comic book fans.
Yeah, they're
Unlock a new
pushing that
market.
forward.
Because, I
Definitely.
mean, obviously, all the Marvel fans are going to watch their movie. That's like, every time there's a movie, all the Marvel fans rush to it. But I think they want to inspire new people about, like, girl power and women, stuff like that, and dive into that market to make more money, which is a fair play.
Yeah, and that definitely leads into all the Marvel stuff with, like, I mean, people aren't too happy with them right now.
How's
But,
that?
well, it's just their quality, them rushing stuff out. This past year, they're doing better. in their phase 5, I guess. But you know, every time something that comes out and it's not like amazing, and people are just gonna start to doubt them more and more. And we're leading up to some bigger stuff with like the next Avengers movies. So, and it's the build up to Endgame was like so good that everything, the way it paid off was incredible. And with this, everything after Endgame, it's like Marvel's starting to fall off. But you know, they're doing good enough as of right now. I mean, coming out with the Marvels, and they just dropped a trailer for another show. It's
Another
called
show.
Echo. It's called Echo.
It's called
And
Echo.
yeah, it's like their first TVMA on Disney Plus. So it's darker.
Oh,
It's also a spin-off. So
yeah.
like
I've heard of those
Marvel.
like new Disney Plus things being added, and like that they're gonna start like venturing into like darker themes and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, last year they gave us the Halloween special, Werewolf by Night, and they are definitely trying to go darker. And of course, Moon Knight too, but that
Moon Knight.
sometimes things don't work out.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it's hard. It's harder to be a Marvel fan right now than it was a couple years ago, you know. But they're still the biggest franchise in history, so you know.
Yeah, I don't think I ever see them fading out unless they do something stupid. Which I think they
Yeah,
could be going down that path very soon.
they could be if they mess up all the multiverse stuff and the Avengers movies. They're like, I don't know. I've been like, I have some ideas. I guess like it was just reported recently that they could be like rebooting after they finish up their next Avengers movies, Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars.
Bro,
So like
you
a
were
soft
going
reboot.
off about Kang Dynasty.
Okay,
Explain yourself.
bro, I was just trolling. I mean, I'm excited for it, but I'm not that excited for it.
Why? How so?
Oh, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous.
Do you think that this could be the end of Marvel if they do mess it up?
I mean, these things are always gonna make money, but it's harder. Like, if it's just about the money, then like, why? You know,
I mean, we do
um,
live in a capitalist society. Money is the most important thing here.
yeah, but no.
What do
um,
you mean? No. No.
no, no,
No, no,
like,
no, no. What?
like, they can't just make money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
They gotta.
that's how they roll, though.
People are gonna. I mean, people are already starting to lose interest. So, and they got the old Disney CEO back. So,
That's
and
true.
as like immediately after he came back, they already just like planned out sequels to their like biggest Disney franchises. We're getting Frozen 3, Zootopia 2, and Toy Story 5. Like they
Toy
just
Story 5.
immediately
Okay, that's pushing it.
that
Toy
it
Story
is pushing
4
it.
was a great ending to the franchise. Toy Story 5 it does not need to happen. Like they're milking it at this point.
Yeah, I completely agree. But I mean, it can't hurt, I guess.
I mean, it can hurt. Like it could be really
Oh
bad.
yeah, I mean, if they mess up a Toy Story movie, then yeah.
I mean, at that point, like screw Disney. Like,
Yeah, I mean, people are already going down the screw Disney path.
I mean
And
that's
then,
true. I mean, what like with the release of the new Ariel movie and stuff like that.
yeah.
It
Or you know
was.
what? To finish off,
Mhm.
I think they should just reboot everything.
Why would
I
they
think
want to
they should.
reboot everything?
I think Star Wars should get rebooted. And some director came out and said that, and it got a lot of attraction. Marvel should definitely soft reboot. They don't have to full reboot, but they should soft reboot so they can tell stories just like normal again. Like, we don't have the Avengers anymore. Like, not the way we used to. Like, there's no Iron Man. There's no Captain America. No, 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 no. We got more to say, Chris. We got more to say.
Do we?
Um, yeah. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot of things. I don't know. There's a lot of things that aren't. All right, whatever. You know what? Let's just end it. Actually, we're not gonna end it just like that because we have some requests.
All
We have
right.
some
Oh yeah,
topics.
I do have a request from Keelan.
Okay.
Keelan wants us to compare college life versus high school life. Now, for the viewers that don't know, or sorry, listeners that don't know, I am a college student right now, and Reed is a high school student. I decided to push myself and do a concurrent enrollment plan to get some college credits done out of the way. And honestly, I think it was the best decision I've ever made. And I've been trying to convince my friends to do it, but Reed is stupid and doesn't want to.
I'm not. Okay. All right.
I mean, like, we could compare things. Like,
This is a whole thing that I don't even know if we can get into.
I mean, we can get into it next week. We can get into that next week. Because there's a lot of things. I don't know. I'm starting to lose myself. No way.
All right. Questions, comments, concerns, suggestions. Number one comment. This is gay. What do you make of that?
I think the person that said that knows a lot about themselves, and that's why they comment that because they themselves are gay. So I think they are an expert in the topic.
Good response. The next topic. You know what? We're not gonna read those.
Why not?
We're not gonna read those.
Oh, is it the one I think of? I'm thinking of.
Well, yeah. I mean, we just can't get into that right now. We gotta stay safe right now. Like, we can get more controversial later. But right now, let's just stay chill. We're talking about, like, the big stuff that's going on, entertainment wise. Yeah, we're just having a conversation, really. Chris, anything else you want to say?
I think that's it. I think all of my ideas have been said. I mean, if you have anything else to say.
I think that's good. So, well, okay. So, yeah, I think that pretty much ties everything up. Thank you all for listening today, and make sure to leave some more suggestions on my Instagram page or, our X accounts, because we love X. Tag us.
Yeah. We'll be this episode everywhere you listen to podcasts. Make sure to support us by tuning in on next Sunday's episode of Tangerine Vs Orange. Thank you all for listening.
Toodaloo!